I have the pleasure of introducing this year's recipient of AABA's General Counsel Award, an award given to in-house counsel who have made lasting contributions to the in-house profession and to the API community. This year's awardee is my good friend, Hoyt Zia. The award this year represents a break from the past. Unlike prior awardees, who are active and engaged general counsels of such renowned companies as PG&E, Sony, and Netgear, Hoyt is unemployed, and has been so for many years. So if you're asking why Hoyt Zia, I would say that's an excellent question. Now, one could speculate that AABA thought Hoyt still was well connected and could bring in big bucks from corporate sponsors. Unfortunately, that is not the case. But luckily, Hoyt does come from a large family, many of whom have come from afar to help fill this room, including his lovely wife, Leanne Miyasato from Honolulu, who in her own right has received numerous awards, including being the perennial winner of the Most Tolerant Spouse Award. The real reason for the award is that Hoyt Zia is a trailblazer. Hoyt has a long in-house career serving as senior counsel at Motorola, associate general counsel to AmFac, chief counsel for export administration at the Department of Justice, executive director of the Pacific Telecommunications Council, publisher of Hawaiian Business Magazine, and senior VP and general counsel of Hawaiian Airlines. Now, Hoyt was a millennial long before there were millennials. Like most millennials, he's changed jobs every 6 months. Truth of the matter is, Hoyt is someone who's left his mark in each of the many varied positions he's held. More importantly, Hoyt has used his corporate positions to leverage resources to better the API community. While holding down one of his many jobs, Hoyt served as president of AABA, president of ABC, the statewide Asian bar, founding president of NAPABA. Hoyt has also served on boards of numerous nonprofit organizations, including the Chinese Historical Society of America and Christy Yamaguchi's Always a Dream Foundation. For 40 years, Hoyt has used every platform available to speak out on issues that touch the API community, addressing the lessons of Korematsu, hate crimes, language rights, and diversity. Hoyt embodies both corporate and human responsibility. So tonight, I join AABA in honoring a man who's done a lot of jobs and done them well, Hoyt Zia.
Thank you, Judge Chen, for that warm and generous introduction. After 40 years of our very close and special friendship, it is gratifying to finally hear you say something nice about me. I know it was a struggle for you, and I appreciate it. And of course, let me also thank AABA for this award. No matter how old and grizzled one gets, it's always nice to receive recognition, even if I don't exactly know what it's for. When I first learned about it, I thought it was the AABA GC Longevity Award, which kind of made sense since when I first moved in-house in 1984, there were few Asian in-house lawyers and fewer, if any, Asian GCs. Today, there are many notable Asian GCs in Fortune 100 companies. So we certainly have come a long way since then. Come to realize, of course, it's actually called the AABA GC Legacy Award, though I frankly still am not sure what it's for either. But AABA itself has a legacy with which I am very proud to be associated. I know it's probably hard for all of you who weren't yet even born then to imagine, but when I joined AABA right after law school, AABA was barely 5 years old. Back then, there were few, if any, Asian associates, let alone partners in big law, or working in-house, and only a handful of Asian judges, if that. So AABA was started for the purposes of creating opportunities for Asians in the legal profession, helping young Asian lawyers get established in the practice, but above all else, providing legal services to and serving the Asian community. You might now look around this room and think how much the world has changed since then, with Asian lawyers entering and succeeding in virtually every kind of practice the profession has. But as far as we've come, with the incidence of anti-Asian hate and violence worse than ever, and our status as perpetual foreigners seemingly unchanged since when we first arrived in America, you can appreciate how that legacy still remains an important, vital, necessary reason for AABA's continuing existence. That's what I think of when we talk about legacy. And on that basis, I am extremely honored to receive this Legacy Award. Finally, let me just share how special AABA has been to me personally. When I first joined AABA over 40 years ago, who knew I'd meet my best and closest and lifelong friends to it? And most especially, my wife, Leanne Miyasato, whom I first met at the AABA Christmas party in 1982. I suspect many of you have also found AABA to be a unique family whose members share the same values and commitment to the Asian community. And maybe like me, you'll find in it the sense of belonging you've been looking for. Thank you.